Let's
We
just
we
skip the
we
draft.
have to be genuine. Like, all right, so late. This is what has happened. We just recorded like 20 minutes. We did the draft segment. We were talking about college football, and we realized we weren't recording. And we're not going to be one of those fakers where, okay, fakers, but we can't go back and like pretend to do it for the first time.
Yeah.
So
I
sorry
think
for
let's
that.
let's let's do an overview of what we talked
We're
about
gonna
in
go
college.
over the draft and see
Yeah.
what this week we were doing a 5v5 pop
Soda
draft,
draft.
soda draft, wherever
Coke
you're
draft.
from.
Depends who you are.
Depends who you are. Joey calls them Cokes because he's from South, and that's weird. But anyway,
I'll be honest here. I actually don't usually call them Cokes. I usually just call them by their name. Like I actually haven't said pop or soda in like a long time, but I also don't I call them Cokes if I'm like in the South. I definitely don't say it up here.
okay,
I might say Cokes. I probably have, but I usually just say like, "Hey, give me a root beer. Hey, give me a Sprite." Like I've
right.
never said
Because
pop or
that's the
soda.
type of pop. It's not the type of Cokes.
You know what? Agree to disagree on that one for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll
Anyway,
go over my five.
we went over. We Joey had the first pick, snake draft style. So he had the first pick, and you went.
I went Coke.
I went Dr. Pepper, then Baja Blast for my next
No,
two.
pretty solid. Then I went root beer Sprite. Just the big three right there.
And then I went cream soda, Starry,
And for my 4 and 5, I went Fanta,
Fanta
and
Fanta.
Pepsi. I know Pepsi and Coke kind of, they're definitely going to be some butting heads on that team, but nonetheless, two heavy hitters.
And then for my last pick, I went Crush. So
Yeah.
we gave you the teams right off the bat, but let's talk at least a little bit about them. I'm gonna talk about my team. You can talk about your team, how you want it. Um, I'll start with Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's my favorite pop. Always has, well, yeah, kind of always has been, but it recently, like I said, mentioned in the original, it recently got to second most popular pop in America, just
Which
behind
I
Coke.
think
I
that's so
It's
misinformation. It's
not.
so like it
There's
has to be.
more
There's
people
no
coming to
way.
the light.
No one even likes Dr. Pepper except for like 5% of the population. I said it the first time, I'll say it again. There's a small little cult that just adores Dr. Pepper.
I
And
don't know
it's
if that's a
they're
lot or not a lot.
mm,
It's 5% of the population.
of the US, let me say that.
Anyway, it's a great pop. You should try it sometime. It's like you
Thank you.
hate it or you love it. Some people think it's like
Well,
mid.
it's
Some
okay.
people,
I think it's mid.
I find the joy in it. So yeah. And then Baja Blast for my next pick. Love that pick. It's got more of a sugary vibe to it, but eh. These are all
Yeah.
unhealthy, filled with sugar crap. So it's like, which one tastes the best? And Baja Blast. There you go.
Yeah. That's it's fair.
Next one is cream soda. I especially like the ones that are in the bottles, the IBC. Oh yeah, can't go wrong with that, especially during like a camp out weekend. Definitely. And Starry, I took his Starry because he took Sprite. Starry's taken over Sprite for some reason. Like, I don't understand why. I'm still a Sprite guy. Believe you are too. But I still like Starry. It's still good. And then I
I'm
took
a Sprite guy.
Crush because he took Fanta. So
Yep.
that rounds out my five. What do you have to say about your team?
Just a reactionary draft from you. Um, Definitely feel like I got the upper hand on this one.
I feel like you don't,
Um,
but whatever.
that's fair. That's fair. You're entitled to your own opinion. I got root beer. Actually, I got Coke to start. I don't like America's Coke, but I do love a sugary, the actual real cane sugar Cokes over in like other countries. Love that stuff. Addictive. Love it. Um, Root beer, probably my favorite drink. I got Coke for the name and the heavy hitting power, but root beer. Also, side note, the Barks is my favorite. It has
Gotta
like
have
that
the
old timey
Barks.
feel. I love Mug though. Mug is right there. A&W, love a good A&W. Man, root beer is just the best drink out there. Um, Sprite, when you're sick, dude, nothing better than a good Sprite and a Gatorade. Perfect. And then Fanta and just two big heavy hitters to round out the big five. Um, Needed a center
I do
and
have
a
a
power
question
forward. So
for your
yeah, hit
drafting
me.
style.
Yep.
So you took Coke first, but you said root beer is your favorite. Why'd you take
Yeah.
Coke? Okay.
All right. So yes, I did put Coke first, and root beer is my favorite, but Coke from South America, the sugar Cokes, the real cane sugar, it's right there, man. It's right there. I love both of them. And I'm probably taking the sugar Coke is what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna take that Coke. I'm gonna pick that over the root beer because it's so like sparse. I don't find it much in America. So if I
Okay.
find it, I'm taking that all day. Like there's nothing better. You feel so special when you find a glass bottle Coke that's just real and you're just like, oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
this is it.
Okay. I understand that.
Yeah,
Good. Well, I think that rounds up the soda draft. Sorry, it was not a genuine real draft, but you know what? It's okay. No one cares about our opinions anyway, so
exactly. Life happens.
life happens.
Yep.